Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us here at Twist Gaming, coming live to you on Twitch from Origins Game Fair 2017 in Columbus, Ohio. I am Ann, and I am joined with my co-host,
Jeff. Is that how you want to do that?
It's so good. I love it so
Yeah,
much.
I'm the co-host, Jeff. What's going on?
I'm also joined with
Peter Vaughan from Breaking Games.
Awesome. Peter, what do you have to show us today?
I'm bringing Rise of Tribes today. Breaking Games makes a line of strategy, family, and party games. We're the printer of Cards Against Humanity and Exploding Kittens, which is what we're really known for. But we also want to make our own stuff, so we've got lots of fun different categories. Our strategy line has sort of been left dormant, so that's what I'm working on a lot, is getting some new titles out there.
Okay.
So Rise of Tribes is also our first Kickstarter. So
congratulations.
Thank you. Appreciate it. It's a roller coaster to go on Kickstarter, but we decided that would be the best way for this game to get the community and talk about it.
The game funded pretty quickly. Sorry.
Nope.
Yeah, I was gonna say it seems like it's working out for you guys, right?
Yep, we did have a great start. So thanks to everyone who backed. Well, we started for a $10,000 goal, which it's on the small side, but we are a manufacturer. We know what we're doing.
Right.
We really wanted to just see, does anyone want a small run? Do we want a big run? Do people want more in there? And the answer was yes, they want more. So there's stretch goals going now, and we have 20 days left.
Well, the benefit of being a manufacturer, like if you were just a publisher, you'd have some quotes at different numbers. Now you can literally just see what you need and right?
Brad Brooks is the designer.
Different dynamic there. Entirely.
Yeah, and he, Brad, sort of where our philosophy as an indie company is to be for the designer.
Right.
So Brad made Letter Tycoon, a word game.
That game's amazing.
Thank you. A lot of fun with that game.
Yeah, love that game.
When we first looked at that game, it's like, does that make sense to go on Kickstarter? Word games are not exactly the most popular. There's no minis in Letter Tycoon. So I said to Brad, maybe that's not the best one, but Rise of Tribes, on the other hand, is a great one to say, what do you want? What do you want to add to this game and stuff like that. So we definitely, as the manufacturer, like you said, wanted to give Brad the deluxe edition he should get if this is his dream game, and then we want to make sure it gets epic.
Yeah.
So you can get it for. There's like a standard edition because we didn't want anyone to be priced out or something, so it's like $39 if you want the basic, and it's $59 if you just want to cram it full of wooded meeples that are awesome.
I mean, that's still a good price point for a game in this size. Like, that's a standard, I would say.
Yeah.
What is the premise of the game?
Okay, so the premise is that you're a prehistoric Stone Age people.
Okay.
And you're leading your people across the land, and you're gathering resources, and what all tribes really wanted at that time is 15 points. That's what it's better than food.
Not to live, not to eat,
not
to grow.
No, you want 15 points,
points,
and you want it as fast as possible because it's a race to get it before the other tribes. And one of the coolest things in there is that we found an illustrator from Colombia, and he does painting that is just gorgeous.
Really?
Oh my God, they're beautiful. I don't know. That's too far away to probably show it here.
No, we can do a close up.
All right, hold on a second.
Oh, I didn't get an opportunity to see the front of the box. That artwork is gorgeous.
So this is one of his pieces of art. These are the tribal leaders in there, and one of the concepts that he came up with was, it's a Stone Age type of people, but he drew the entire magic behind them as they. So, like, for example, this is the Stone Age civilization here that has the entire Mayan culture behind it. So it's kind of like where the tribe would go in history. That was sort of his idea with the art.
That's really cool.
And so
really cool.
You've got 6 factions that started in the game. We've unlocked 2 more, so there's 8 choices. And when you play the game, you can either play the basic game where everyone has the same power. It's not like you have to learn all this stuff. And then you can flip it to the leader side, and then you get to choose a power for your tribe.
This is beautiful.
Thanks.
The artwork is really, really gorgeous. And what's really nice is that so many different civilizations seem to be represented here.
Yeah, we really did want to make sure that was happening. Also, we did a balance of men and women. Because I really, you see games where there's some old guy and then there's a really young woman and the shapes are not right, and you're like, you know what? Let's make sure this is a game for everybody. So we did differences in civilizations. We're very careful not to name we're not talking about exact civilization.
No,
it's all
no.
made up stuff. You know?
Ambiguous, right?
Yeah, but we've got a variety of different play styles in there. And the artist also did all the tiles in the game, so there's like glaciers and volcanoes and really fun stuff.
Really? Oh, that's really...
Yeah, his landscape work is crazy
Gorgeous.
good.
Yeah. I saw he did a painting. He's on a couple websites. He did a painting of Utah, and it was so beautiful. I said, wow, I can actually see little villages in there and travel. I mean, I knew he could do it. So
awesome.
He told me that he wants to work for Disney someday, and I said, dude, I think you're gonna make it.
Yeah.
So.
Very, very cool. So we've got 20 more days on this Kickstarter.
Yep.
Anything else coming down the pipeline?
We do have a couple that I should mention that are the next two.
Okay.
So we have a party game called Sparkle Kitty. It's really fun. It is you are a princess trapped in a tower by the evil Queen Sparkle Kitty, and and the tower prevents you from saying your usual magic spells. Okay. So you can't say curse words. You can only use fluffy words. You could say panda huggy. You can't use your traditional spells. You have to cast spells that are just silly sugar and spice words.
Adorable.
But you're not going to wait for Prince Charming to break out. You're going to break out yourself. So it's awesome.
That is incredible.
like
That's Comic-Con. We're going to do a couple copies, and then Gen Con will be out.
Awesome.
And then the last one, the other big Gen Con release for us is a game called Asking for Trobils. And it is a sci-fi, wacky, worker placement type game.
Okay.
And you've got little ships in there that look like Futurama and Star Trek and stuff like that.
Awesome.
You pick your ship, you're a bounty hunter like Boba Fett, and you have to capture these Trobils, which is not as easy as it sounds, and then you got to throw them into the sun because that's the only way to get rid of Trobils. So it's really cool. It's a circular board. It's mostly orange. It's wacky and silly. It's good for families. So just a lot of variety coming.
That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
That sounds awesome.
What is your estimated fulfillment date for Rise of Tribes?
Rise of Tribes we're putting March. So if you back it now, we're confident we're going to get March. We might get earlier. I just don't want anyone to feel like, oh, you said November. So we'll do our best, but spring for sure.
What were some of the stretch goals that have been unlocked? What stretch goal that are you looking for that has not yet been unlocked?
Well, some of the ones we got the volcano right away. We upgraded our little meeples now have spears. We got 2 new tribes. One's an Australian, like an Aboriginal woman that just looks amazing. We got we have a glacier that just got unlocked, and the one we're headed to now is a desert oasis. So that's kind of a fun idea. We're going to have these tiles that are extra, and after you've played the game, you can mix them in and say make it harder to get. You can take a lake tile out and put the desert in there instead, and have some fun that way. So some scenario play, and then we have a social stretch goal. That if you submit pictures and tweet and all that kind of stuff, then we'll unlock some, there's a mammoth in the game. And so you can tame the mammoth, and tar pits are down the road as well. So lots of fun.
Cool, man. That sounds awesome.
This thing's going to just be packed.
Just keep growing, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we're excited. Thank you.
Perfect. Anything else you'd like to let our audience know?
Nope. Just see you at the game table, and thanks for playing.
Right? That works.
That's
Where can they find you on social media?
We were at breaking_games on Instagram and Twitter.
Okay.
On Facebook, we have a lot of different groups. We actually have a Rise of Tribes and a Sparkle Kitty specific Facebook group.
Sparkle Kitty's great.
And the Sparkle Kitty one, we're doing all sorts of contests to doodle the card. So every week we're going to do a different set of cards. And anyone who draws that will be in the running to win a prototype copy or promo cards or a t-shirt or something fun.
Well, that's really cool.
Yeah, we just want to make sure everyone has fun with that game. And the artist is in the, she's a DreamWorks artist, she's in the group just chatting with people, so that's a lot of fun.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much for taking the time to come hang out with us.
Thanks.
Appreciate it
very much. Yeah, thank you, and thank you, Jeff. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Cheers, everybody.